Youngsters and World Cups are two things that have historically got along. From Pelé in 1958 to Mbappé in 2018, young players have taken the world by storm in this tournament. Over the last couple of years, we've been introduced to insane talents that dazzled on the biggest stage. Hence, we feel it is important to list and rank the best young players playing at this year's Qatar World Cup. 10. Rodrigo goes, 21, Brazil, Real Madrid's talisman. The Brazilian had an amazing season with Madrid, winning La Liga, Spanish Super Cup and the UEFA Champions League and scoring 9 goals and providing 10 assists. He is Mr. Champions League Junior. Although Brazil has plenty of alternatives on the flanks, the 21-year-old is perhaps the most clutch player on the squad. Add his superb technique and finishing skills, he's a player anyone would want at their disposal. 9. Dusan Vlajovic, 22, Serbia. Dusan is a killer. The Serbian came onto the scene after absolutely bullying opponents in Serie A with Fiorentina. With the Lilies, Vlahovic scored 49 goals and provided 8 assists in 108 games. With Serbia, the striker has scored 7 goals and provided 3 assists in 14 games and in 732 minutes, a goal contribution every 73 minutes. He's gonna score in Qatar. Count on that. 8. Aurélien Tchouaméni, 22, France, the newest and final piece to rejuvenating a legendary Madrid midfield. Aurélien was Real Madrid's first summer acquisition, buying him from AS Monaco for a deal potentially worth $100 million, the most expensive transfer this. Why, you might ask? Well, Tchouaméni is one of those players that is unpredictable in the sense of what he will be able to contribute throughout a soccer game. The Frenchman can also provide in the attack and create chances in the last third, all reasons for Didier Deschamps to consider him a regular in the French national team. With less blues, Tchouaméni has become a starter and will most likely be one in the 2022 World. 7. Jude Bellingham, 19, England. Jude Bellingham is so great he already retired a number. At 17, the midfielder was one of England's most exciting talents, present and future. After having impressive performances with Birmingham City in the English Championship, Bellingham earned himself a transfer to Borussia Dortmund, breaking the transfer record for Birmingham all while being a kid. Destined for greatness. At Dortmund, the midfielder has played 91 games and has scored 11 goals and provided 19 assists, with a goal contribution in every competition he's played in. There's been rumors about a potential move to another European giant, and if he's able to showcase his talent at the world's biggest stage, Bellingham might solidify his position in world football, bag another transfer and retire yet another jersey number somewhere. 6. Ansu Fati, 19, Spain. Barca's heir to the number 10. Although he's had injuries that have kept him sidelined for quite some time in the last 2 seasons, Ansu Fati is still the definition of a baller. Fati's capability to create and contribute goals with such ease is mesmerizing. In the 2019-20 La Liga season, his debut campaign, the Spaniard scored his first goal for Barcelona when he was 16. At the end of the same season, the winger bagged 7 goals and provided 1 assist in 24 matches and 1,024 minutes played, a goal. He could be playing with one leg at the World Cup for all we care, he'd still make the list. If all goes well leading up to the World Cup starting in November, the Spaniard will most definitely make an impact in Qatar. 5. Alphonso Davies, 21, Canada. He's the kid from Edmonton. The Canadian is one of the best full-backs in the world and you can attribute most of that to his insane pace and dribbling skills. Legend says that Nelson Semedo still doesn't know where Alphonso Davies went. Davies was the first player born in 2000 to debut in MLS, a glimpse of what he'd achieve in the future. Since arriving at Bayern Munich in 2019, the left-back has won every trophy possible. And he did that all in one season. At 21 and after cruising through every opposition with Bayern, Fonzie helped lead Canada to its first World Cup qualification since 1986. Look around you. Look at this, we created this. This didn't exist before we were here. Look around, I swear I promise you right now, we did this. 4. Gavi, 18, Spain. It's disrespectful to be this good, this young and do it all with your shoelaces untied. Gavi is technically gifted, using cheeky skills to get past the opposition and project teammates into the last third, but can also hold it down defensively. The Spaniard can play in basically every position past midfield. He's been so good for Barcelona that Luis Enrique called him up to the Spanish national team and has been phenomenal. In June, the 17-year-old became the youngest player to ever score for La Roja. Could you imagine being a starter for Barcelona, your boyhood club, and Spain as a 17-year-old? 3. Phil Foden, 22, England. Phil is the most talented player I have ever seen in my career as a manager, said Pep Guardiola in 2019. Keep in mind Guardiola has managed the likes of Lionel Messi, Andrés Iniesta and Xavi. Phil is that guy, pal. Phil Foden, at 20 years of age, was able to become a starter for a squad worth over $1 billion. With the Citizens, Ronnie has won 2 goal contributions in 212 matches and he hasn't even peaked. A good season with the Sky Blues may earn the winger an important role. 2. Pedri, 19, Spain, the Golden Boy. Pedri's growth since arriving in Barcelona has been astronomical. Since joining Barca from Las Palmas in 2020, the midfielder's market value has increased by $72.8 million. At Las Palmas and as a youngster, the midfielder was characterized by his quick thinking and vision going into goal-scoring areas of the field. When Messi was still at Barcelona and the team was at their lowest, Pedri became the Argentinians' unexpected partner. 1. Vinicius Jr., 21, Brazil. Vinicius Jr. is special. After having a promising, yet almost embarrassing start at Real Madrid, being memed in a compilation of videos that ridiculed his poor decision-making and finishing skills, Vini managed to turn it around. In his first 3 seasons with Los Blancos, the winger scored 14 goals and had provided 23 assists in 118 games. Florentino Perez, president of Real Madrid, was called a fool for buying him. Though, as we've previewed before, Vini was able to do the unprecedented. Carlo Ancelotti was appointed as manager of Madrid for the 2021-22 season, and the winger decided it was time to turn it up. Last season and in 1 season alone, the Brazilian scored 22 goals and 20 assists in 52 games, scored in a semi-final against Barcelona. Brazil is a heavy contender to take the highly coveted trophy. Their attack, as opposed to the last few World Cups, is bolstered with the flair and magic that we've been accustomed to with their previous World Cup winning generations. Who is your pick for the 2022 Qatar World Cup? Subscribe and like the video.